we talked about meaning quite a bit throughout in a secular age, but let me ask you the big, ridiculous question, almost too big. What is the meaning of this thing we got going on? What is the meaning of life?
You're saving the softball for the end.
Easy one. Easy one.
I don't know what the meaning of life is. I think there's something that characterizes us that's not the thing that people normally think characterizes us. The traditional thing to say in the philosophical tradition, even in the AI tradition, which is a kind of manifestation of philosophy from Plato forward, the traditional thing to say is that what characterizes us is our rationality, that we're intelligent beings, that we're the ones that think. And I think that's certainly part of what characterizes us. But I think there's more to it, too. I think we're capable of experiencing simultaneously the complete and utter ungroundedness of everything that's meaningful in our existence, and also the real significance of it. And that sounds like a contradiction. Like, how could it really be significant and not be based on anything? But I think that's the contradiction that somehow characterizes us. And I think that we're the being that sort of has to hold that weird mystery before us and live in the light of it. That's the thing that I think is really at our core. And so how do we do that? I will say this one thing, and I learned it from a philosopher, from a guy named Albert Borgmann, who's a German philosopher, lives in Montana now, taught in Montana for his whole career. And when I say this to my students at Harvard now, he said, this is the way that I think about my life, and I hope you'll think about your life too. He said, you should think about your life hoping that there will be many moments in it about which you can say, there's no place I'd rather be. There's no thing I'd rather be doing. There's no buddy I'd rather be with. And this I will remember well. And I think if you can aim to fill your life with moments like that, it will be a meaningful one. I don't know if that's the meaning of life, but I think if you can hold that before you, it'll help to clarify this mystery and this sort of bizarre situation in which we find ourselves.
Sean, this conversation was incredible, and those 4 requirements have certainly been fulfilled for me. This was a magical moment in that way, and I will remember it well. Thank you so much. It's an honor that you spend your valuable time with me. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Lex. I really, really enjoyed it.